We are live. Welcome everybody again. Another round of Let's Talk, Let's Build. Still working on the Snake Mountain. So I'm done modifying the bottom of the first section. I'm going to work on the second part of this first tower. We'll just chit chat while we go. Tell you what, I don't know if you've been watching these, but so I replaced a lot of parts inside of this first part of the build.
Yeah.
Just random colored parts, things you won't see.
Right.
But this whole second part of the tower is not like that. It's a bunch of like single parts that are going to be seen like the whole time. So
okay.
I'm just going to use all this purple.
You're primarily trying to make the opening bigger, right? So that like
I did, yeah.
Put through. Okay. Scotty is saying no audio.
No audio. Why not?
He says it's working now.
Oh, okay. Can you hear us and the music, Scott, or is the music too loud? It's the first time playing with the music. Hey, Mayo, I see you there also. How you doing, buddy? Post a link in the chat. Jude. What's up, buddy? Alright, well. Snake Toaskin. Hey, Steve, how's it going? And Cliff, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate the shout out earlier, beginning end of your stream there. Here we go. Now, somebody say something about mayonnaise.
Hello.
How's it going, Mayo?
It's going good. The NFL was a bit of a nail biter today, but things were good, and now I'm glad that I can unwind with Sunday Night Football and watching a bunch of different live streams.
All right. I didn't watch any football today at all because I was at work.
Yeah. When you end up spending the whole of a Sunday afternoon and night, or for us in Australia, a whole Monday morning, and you're subscribed to a lot of LEGO YouTube channels, you really start to realize how many people actually go live on Sundays.
Right. Hey, Secret Squirrel showed up in the chat. How you doing, buddy?
Squirrel. As Doug from the movie Up would say, Squirrel! Yeah, I can't believe it either, Scott. I did hear some people picking the Saints to win because some people were calling it I forget the name, a dead rubber, because none of those teams are going anywhere. But Andy Dalton and Taysom Hill were able to pull it off.
All right, then, yeah. Like I said, I work all day. I ignore it.
So, I've watched your live streams for about a month, or for about the past month at this time of day.
All
and right. I've always noticed that you're building with those purple pieces. Is that what's the brick brand that you're building?
This is Mega CONSTRUX.
Mega.
Snake Mountain set that came out.
I'm
I've
gonna
modified this
have
one.
to see. I'm gonna have to research that now.
Oh, the Snake Mountain set? Yeah, the whole Mega Constructs, the Masters of the Universe series is just awesomely done. It is ridiculously how well detailed it is.
Snake Mountain. Oh wow, that is a cool looking set.
Yeah, how many pieces was it? Like 4,000? Oh, I got the box. Yeah. So, it's 3,800 pieces.
Yeah, and looks like on Mattel's website selling for $321 US.
Yeah, there's rumors right now on Amazon UK it's as low as 220 pounds. I'm not sure what the conversion is there.
I just saw a ridiculous listing on Amazon for $500.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to charge good money for it.
Are they scalpers or something in the Mega Bloks market?
Yeah, I mean, entrepreneurs is what the word I like to use.
Yeah, making them sound better than what they actually are.
Yeah, well, I mean, I buy stuff and sell it at a profit when I can, so I don't call it scalping because I don't.
Yeah. Well, it's really only scalping if you're selling it at the same time. If you wait a year or more, then it's a little bit more.
Well, exactly.
More
So yeah,
better.
if you wait till it's retired and then it's at market value, right?
Yeah, because I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what the resale market is with Mega Bloks, but if Lego normally has a 250% return, I couldn't imagine Mega Bloks reselling for that much.
Depends on what you've got, Mayo. Mega Bloks has been harder to get in certain parts of the world. There's actually a higher return on them depending on where you are. For a long time, here's what I thought was silly. These sets are mostly produced in Asia, correct?
Yeah.
Well, and then I had 1.3 buyers, one in Indonesia, one in China, one in Taiwan, and they would pay me to buy the stuff on clearance here in the States and then ship it to them.
Wow.
Great.
And
I always thought it was funny because I was like, I swear to God, like they produced this in the country you're in, and I thought it was funny that they couldn't find it in the country it was manufactured.
That sounds like a distribution problem with those local factories.
It's just, Mega's owned by Mattel. Mattel's a Canadian company, so
Yeah.
Canada has an overflow of these sets. The U.S. can't find them. Mexico has got a bunch of them. Europe is just like, it's a dead zone. Australia, it's really hard. I know there's a couple.
Yeah, because
Australia can't find
I've been to department stores really since 2007, and anywhere where they've sold Lego, I'd probably say less than 5% of the time I've also seen Mega Bloks nearby. I guess the Mega Bloks sets that have a higher than expected return on investment are probably ones that are at a limited quantity, where they can only produce 100,000 of a set compared to other brick companies who might be able to make 1 million of those sets or whatever.
Well, it's also a distribution issue. They could have 1 million sets, but 600,000 of them are sitting in a warehouse in Quebec, and no one can get to them.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the Mattel headquarters in Mississauga, Ontario?
I believe so. I know it is in Canada. It is in the
Yeah, because whenever I look at different boxed toys that are made by Mattel, I always see Mississauga, Ontario.
So, Mayo, have you seen the Castle Grayskull Mega set?
No, but I know there are a lot of really cool Mega CONSTRUX sets that I know I'd probably like, but I've just never seen any images of them.
Yeah, the Grayskull looks awesome.
Wow, that's a mammoth of a set.
Oh yeah, this thing is.
And it looks so much like the original playset.
That's as far as my camera goes, guys. I'm sorry.
That's a mammoth of a set. My word.
Yeah, that thing's another 4,000. It's really accurate though.
And you know what the interior reminds me of? The interior kind of reminds me of the Bowser Castle level in Super Mario Brothers with those different platforms.
All right. But yeah, they've come out. Here you go, Mail. Here's the land shark, and it's got real tank treads that make the mouth open and close as it runs.
Nice. Now, is that one still available?
I don't know. They come out and then they disappear. Like they're still available, but like it depends on where you're gonna find them. Like Walmart carried them for a really short time, and then they'll start showing up at like places like Ross, TJ Maxx, places like that. You know.
Yeah.
Ollie's will have them. Like next year, Ollie's will have crates of the stuff. You'll be like, where were they 2 years ago?
Just looking at the Castle Grayskull, it makes me wonder why we haven't had a Lego sand green castle. It's so cool.
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, a lot of people look at the sand green. It's a really close match. To expand on that.
Now, for what you're adding to that, are you using Lego or are you sticking only with Mega parts?
No, I'm only using Mega on this. So when I build my Mega build, I don't use Lego brand.
I've got a few
separate. So
I've got a few random parts I need to try to remember to send to you at some point from Mega. I forget what they were. I'll look it up and see. It was a video game franchise, I think.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so anything like Mega, Tyco, all those off-brand Asian sets, you know, like I'll use those parts on my non-Lego build, but I keep Lego separate from the others, and I keep them separate from Lego.
Yeah, speaking of Tyco, whenever I'm sorting my Lego on various live streams, whenever I am picking out just random bricks to put away, or whenever I'm building a mock and I'm trying to find a specific type and color, I'll always find Tyco blocks lying in my collection, and I always make sure to make sure to set them aside because Tyco blocks are very nostalgic. Yeah, Steve Weiser says, I have tons of Tyco bricks. They had some pretty cool sets back in the day. And I think my favorite one was probably the phone, the rotary dial phone. That was probably the best Tyco block set.
Yeah.
And also correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure sure before Mattel bought Hot Wheels bought Tyco.
Oh, I don't know about that. I know Mattel does own Hot Wheels.
Yeah, because back in the 80s when Tyco was absolutely killing it with their toy game, with their toy grade model trains and their slot cars, then they had the brilliant idea to try to compete with Lego and given all of the controversy that ended up entailing, they must have done something right, because somehow I ended up getting Tycho blocks in my collection.
So yeah, so I'm making some modifications to this. So the instructions say I'm supposed to put 2 purple panels right here. To make part of a wall, right? But I've looked ahead on the instructions, and by using these black bricks in the same spot, I could save these purple panels for an expansion I'm planning. And no one's going to see these black ones. They're kind of like hidden in the back. All right. There's Brian. You there, Brian? Can you hear us?
How about that? Is that working?
There you go. Now I hear you. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Trying to see what I can do here. Was that Tower 1 you're building there?
Yeah, I'm still on Tower 1.
So am I.
Yeah, I'm on like Section 2. What is this? Like the 4th hour I built this thing. There wasn't too many parts I could trade out with this, though, as far as color-wise.
Yeah.
I went through the instructions for the files you sent me. So this is file 2. Files 3 and 4 I went through, and there wasn't a single piece I could replace, like the way it's built. It's just everything has to be purple. You end up seeing one side of like every part in that build.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to try find some of my Tycho blocks.
Easy wants to know, is there a video game franchise that Mega created sets for that was not Halo in the last 4 years?
4 years?
Yeah, I found it. Destiny.
Destiny. There you go. I was going to
I've
say.
got some. Yeah, I had sold off certain things. And I've still got some random parts I could probably send to you sometime.
Oh, Destiny. I mean, if you got figures or sets from Destiny, those are highly looked after.
You might want to sell those.
No. All I've got is just some of the parts. Like, I had found them really cheap, and you know how it is. You can't pass up like clearance,
Yep.
And I parted out some of the figures.
It's crazy how cheap those went for.
Yeah, and then how much they're sought for now. It's ridiculous.
I just thought I would mock with them or something, but Nate could put them to better use than me because I don't really have many.
I'll tell you what got me into Mega like altogether was the Ninja Turtle series. My wife and kids and I were all into the 2012 Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And, we started seeing the Mega CONSTRUX sets, and we were like, oh, we'll pick those up. And then I started seeing like the Destiny sets on clearance and the Halo sets, and I was like, oh, those would be fun to kind of like change out the outfits for the turtles. End up
I was tempted. You know how they have the little figures, not necessarily blind bags, but Futurama, when they had those.
yeah, I got Bender and Fry.
Nice. I was very tempted.
Those single carded figures.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, if you'd picked up the original He-Man and Skeletor and Faker of that series, they're ridiculously worthy right now.
Oh, really?
And also the if you had picked up they did the original comic art Ninja Turtles, but they did each turtle over each year, so it was really hard to find all 4.
Yeah, I saw those. Those looked really cool.
Yeah, those are hard to come across. People will pay good money for a set of those right now. Okay, I feel like I've done this wrong because this is not lining up right.
So now you've never built this, right? Like right from the start, you're modding it before
Yeah.
building. Okay.
Yeah, I'm modding it as I go the first time.
You're brave.
Not a good idea, Nate. What are you doing? Oh, I see what I've done wrong. Okay, these are supposed to be here.
And hello, Brian. I don't think I said hi when you up there.
Yeah, I think we talked a while back, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said hi to you either. So hi.
Hey there.
You guys are like Brian. Brian is a mastermind. I do not know why he's not a master builder of Lego.
Well, I can't find it right now, but I'm pretty sure I had an old 12 by 24 green.
Shh. If I behave, Haley Brix is in the chat.
Hi, Haley.
Said she found us. Hi, Haley.
Yeah, I've noticed that this isn't the first time YouTube unsubscribed Haley Brix from people's channels. That darn YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, Brian, we tease Haley. She's like the mom figure of one of our chat groups. So always keeps everybody alive.
And also, she's a veteran of the community.
Oh, yes. She is an awesome builder. And she has definitely got a lot of conventions under her belt.
So Mayo, when is your semester ending?
Well, my last class was 2 weeks ago, but I'm currently doing my research project. I got a 1-month extension because I was granted it due to unforeseen work-related circumstances, i.e., work experience.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm doing that on the side right now. But yeah. But I'm not going to sacrifice getting that done on the altar of losing my insanity. And part of the way I like to keep my insanity is by doing YouTube live streams.
Yeah, no. You're not getting a lot done on this stream, are you, man?
No, because this time of day is more when I just chill. I don't normally get at my full productivity until 4:30 p.m. every day.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's about lunchtime for you on Monday.
Yeah, it's 12:54 p.m. on Monday, because I'm such a die-hard NFL fan that I'll wake up every Monday morning at 4:30 a.m.
Good Lord.
And while I'm watching all of the games, that's when I watch live streams in the background if the game sucks.
Most of the NFL right now.
I'm just glad that the Eagles are 9-1. We don't need to talk about the Broncos. We don't need to talk about them.
We don't talk about Broncos. No.
They are nice purple bricks, aren't they, Cliff? Oh, also, we're gonna keep on saying it. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, Cliff.
Yes. Cliff hit that milestone.
And for those who didn't watch the previous episode of Clickin' and Brickin' right before this live stream, I'm gonna be there. Yeah.
Yep, it was good stuff. Huh? Brick Maniac. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Ryan and Johnny.
Yeah. StreamYard links in the chat, Ryan. If you want to join, you're welcome.
If you want the
do, Cliff.
StreamYard, if you want the StreamYard invitation to be viewable at all times, what you might want to do
Oh, did I not pin it?
is go to the YouTube browser and pin it and make it a pinned comment.
You are correct, sir. Hold on, I've got too many windows open, and I don't know where that music's coming from. Hold on.
I'm not the only one that does that.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Also, if I had a nickel
look,
every
I'm
time.
live.
Yeah. Also, if I had a nickel every time I saw someone accidentally tap the wrong button and leave the studio when they were on camera, I'd probably have about $2. And if I had a nickel every time I saw someone have a technical difficulty on their live stream, I'd probably have $5.
There we go. All right, guys, I pinned it. Next two are the ones that win.
Wait, so there's one lucky person out there that could be the 100th subscriber to Big Nate?
Yeah,
Wait,
because
what?
you've only got 6 subscribers to go, I believe.
Oh my goodness. What happened there? Where did I get 5 from today?
Yeah, I got 2. I got 2 today. I'm up to 439, which means I'm only 11 away from building the Daily Bugle. We got 8 people watching right now. Actually, you know what I should do? I should do an Instagram story telling everyone that I'm live on your channel to try and drum up some more viewers.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I do that every time I'm on someone's live stream.
John says I'm gonna unsub and sub. Oh no. Ryan's got it. He says woohoo, now it's 100. Congrats. Well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that.
I have to look for something. I'll be back in just a few.
Oh,
Sorry, bud.
you literally just hit 100 subscribers. Congrats.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't know how you got 6 in the last 20 minutes.
So I got a story, man.
I don't know. Are there bots that do that?
I'm guessing some people made alternate channels, and then
No,
they'll
there's-
unsubscribe. And then what they'll do is when you get some actual subscribers, then they'll unsubscribe from those alternate channels.
I bet you if I check my thing, it's folks that are already in our community just haven't been to one of my streams before.
Or maybe they're raiding from other people's live streams.
Yeah, exactly. We got a couple carrying over. Yeah, I see a couple names on my phone from Cliff's live stream. So thank you, Cliff, for the shout out. So Brian, how's the attack track coming?
I'm still sorting parts here, so haven't got very far. Well, I'm figuring it should maybe be somewhat similar to the size of the battle ram.
Yeah, it's a single man vehicle, right?
Yep. Although honestly, I had no idea what to do about the tracks.
I mean, can you not use the tracks like that are on the Land Shark?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can make them static, but like, I'd love to make them work, and I don't.
No, the Land Sharks, they work.
Well, they do, but I mean the whole flip thing.
Oh yeah, that's
That's the trickier part. I don't know what it would take for that. I mean, granted, I kind of looked at the original toy mechanism, and they got a way to do it. I don't know if I'm not sure about that one though.
Secret Squirrel says he subscribed. Thank you, sir. Ma'am. We definitely appreciate it.
So the red parts, actually red and blue parts in wait a minute. All the blue parts in the attack track, blue parts in Land Shark match Point Dread, or the Talon Fighter.
Alright.
And then the red parts in the Talon Fighter match the Battle Cat armor parts. So if you need to do any of those to cross over, you could use those and match.
John G says there's a Lego Chima set that does the attack track flip thing.
What? Tell me more, man.
Oh, hold on. I gotta find it. You got a set number, Johnny?
It's one of the really, really small early ones, I think.
Crocodile.
Had a lion and a crocodile.
Why does a crocodile have? It's like tank treads. It's like a.
Don't ask. It was
mech
Lego.
kind of thing?
Chima's like this weird thing, man. You just go with it.
Yeah, didn't that almost ruin the company or something?
It was part of it. Yeah, I'm sure.
I just wanted to address a comment that Johnny G said earlier. Hey Mayo, Big Nate is so lucky. They get He-Man Legos in the USA. Okay, two things I want to say. Luck is the residue of design, which means luck is actually fortune, and Lego is both plural and an adjective, so there's no need to emphasize the S.
What do you say?
What? Oh wait, I see the crocodile. Does it flip though? Wait, Lego Ideas. Is that ideas, or do they actually make it?
Oh, that I do not know.
I'll try and put up a picture when I find it here, or if he tells us what it is.
Yeah, I think it's set number 70001. 3 zeros. Hey, I'm guessing that's the one he's talking about.
If that's what this is.
Oh wow!
I can't remember if the treads actually flipped or not. They might have.
So with those tank treads on that shark vehicle, do they have the right amount of friction where they can roll smoothly without any cheetah wheels at the bottom?
This one?
Actually,
This
they
one.
work. They do put buffer. There's a little round buffer thing on the bottom, that does absorb some friction.
Yeah, that'd help it get more. That'd help it get more traction and grip on carpet or smooth surfaces.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna check out this. I found the set. Now I gotta look at. There's.
We can agree to disagree, Mudgy Man.
All right. Brian, how far did you get on this Snake Mountain? You build it yet?
I'm about where you are, except for in separate pieces. I'm still planning it a bit. I built that what is it, rebrickable set of the Lord of the Rings stairs, because I want it to look something like that.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Pretty good. I can pull it over here in a second. Just kind of using it for scale.
Uh-oh. I might be missing my first piece.
That light turquoise vehicle in Brian's camera is really capturing my attention.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
Oh, that's
the battle ram.
It reminds me of some of the old Throwbots, Robo Riders, and Cyber Slam Lego sets from the late 90s.
It's a pretty spot on version of the old toy. They did a really good job.
Yeah, that one turned out really nice.
Yeah, that's one thing that Mega does well is they put studs on a lot of sloped bricks, and that's part of how they made this angled part work. I don't know. I swear I don't see that much in Lego.
You're gaining subscribers fast, mate.
Emma,
This is big night.
You're exploding with new subscribers.
103. My goodness, you guys.
Heck yeah.
All right, Brian, I'm missing a part. So I'm going to use an old Halo L-shaped brick here to.
Nobody will notice. There's dark parts in there anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I filled in this whole gap in here with black 2x4s. So I got to save 2 of these 1x4x5, 1x4x4 panels over here. Yeah, these stairs are really solid. I'm surprised. It's got that one. There's only one stud that connects down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's get Nate to 1,000. Let's do it, Scotty.
Well, now
Way
that
down.
we've got Nate to over 100, I think now it's safe to say that Nate has entered the race with people like Miss Amby and Amberleye builds to get to 150.
I don't know. Hey, how about we get to 250? I'll get Yeti in a dress.
We'd all like to see that.
Nobody wants to see it again. I mean, seriously. But,
You know, I'm true to my word. On the 100th anniversary of the birth of Marilyn Monroe, I promised myself as a weight loss goal, I want to find a replica subway dress that she wore in one of those movies, and see if I can fit into it as a weight loss goal for her for the 100 years after her birthday in 1926.
are you a big?
So that's why you'll never see me in a dress on any of my live streams, because people have been asking for me to do that.
Yeah, I don't know who started the whole in a dress thing.
Yeah, I don't know who started it either, but for all of those who did once ask me, that's the only way I'm ever going to get into a dress as a weight loss goal and a tribute to perhaps the greatest actress of all time.
Nothing wrong with that.
How about-
Also, I just got enamored when Kim Kardashian did so.
That was like for 10 seconds.
Yeah, and she lost what 8 pounds just to walk up, or just to spend 30 seconds walking up a red carpet and then immediately get out of it.
That's crazy.
And she got hammered on social media.
He says, "Wait, Yeti in a dress? I'm gonna take him to the room."
So I'm
Let's
looking
do
at
it,
that
Scotty.
crocodile set. I can't tell if that mechanism will do what I need it to do, though. So, Nate, are you going to be in trouble for copyright music, or is this free music?
No, this is free music from StreamYard.
Oh, okay. So you just turned it on by accident.
So what soundtrack is it called?
This is rock. So we are rocking out.
That's what all the subscribers are from. Pretty digging that.
Yeah.
Rock.
Is it too loud for you guys? You guys all right? I'll turn it down pretty soft.
I'm gonna go to my. I'm gonna enter the studio of my next live stream and see if I can find that in the music options.
Yeah, it's hold on. If you go to brand, it's down below the free videos. There's free background. I think it's about it gives 7 or 8 options.
Oh man.
Brian, Johnny G's seeing this in the Lego Ninjago set that does it.
Yeah, I'm looking at a video of this crocodile one. I'll look at Ninjago. What do we got a number on that?
Set numbers, people. Set numbers, or it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. Johnny G. Yeah, I've got. Let me show you this one. The one that's identified. I'm trying to find a good image of it. Crud.
Well, I mean, okay.
All right, can I share the?
Yeah, go ahead, share.
Oh, there it is. Present. How about that?
I just found a whole. These 2 parts aren't even easy.
All right, so this got it up there. That's the one. It's got these treads in the middle here.
Right.
Those only flop back and forth, though. They won't roll. It looks like it could maybe still work. Maybe. The problem is it literally changes axis on what it's rolling on. The original mechanism just had a wheel with like some gears on it, and it would just kind of roll through the track and then flip it and go forward on it to the next end. And that, like, if we really got that, I don't know if you can do that with this design or not.
What was the He-Man vehicle that had like a weird tread? Looked like a dragon's head that he set behind.
It's a dragon.
Oh, that was
walking.
Dragon Ball.
It kind of looks like this. You're right.
Well, but there was like a big bottom piece that would rotate around.
Yeah, it was just the legs. It was like the legs would flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that one as a kid. It was so weird to play with. Kind of cool too.
I think. Oh wait, that's.
So they've never. Yeah, that's it. Have they made that in Mega form?
Not yet. That'll be tricky too.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing. Like, see, I wonder if any of these. Granted, both these vehicles were electronic, so they had the power to push them. But I don't know if there's any technic way that relies on like friction to, you know, zip something forward and then have the gears flip it.
Yeah.
Around. That's tricky. I mean, there's clearly gears in Technic, but I don't know. Oh, it's an interesting design. So Johnny G, is that Cone's guy? Johnny G, is this the right one?
Tasman, what's up, buddy?
When I first saw the Legend of Chima theme, my first thought was He-Man. It reminds me so much.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Good night. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of flip thing that does.
The set I got up?
Yeah, the set you got in the picture there.
It literally just goes. The weird thing is it doesn't have a whole lot of a purpose other than that it moves like the claws. These claw wheels are out on the end, so if you push it backwards, the whole thing flips backwards, and then if you move the vehicle forward, it flips forward again.
Right.
But that's kind of all it does. So it's not quite the same
Yeah.
outcome.
But it
Hey
might be-
Taz, bye Steve.
Might be a good set to study. Start
You know,
thinking
even
Oh,
though I don't,
got a
even
number.
though I don't really like the Chima sets, what I really like is how much olive green you got in them.
I'll be right back.
I feel like that's when we first started seeing olive green in Lego.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
remember when the Chima sets came out, and Bignatebrix, back on his original channel, was reviewing a bunch of the Chima sets. Then he ended up making his pizzeria called Huts Pizza, because he wanted to combine a whole lot of Star Wars minifigs with a whole bunch of olive green that he got from Chima sets. So he put Jabba the Hutt in a pizzeria.
It's weird they've done so. We're looking at this. They've done so much olive green, but they have limitations on it. Like I think you can't get olive green in a 2x2 plate. Because I tracked it out because I'm incorporating some into my Gray Skull build that I'm working on, and they don't have as much as you think they would. Definitely not as much as sand green. Hey Nate, where'd you go? Alright, I don't know what happened to those dudes. Am I the only one here still?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, they're both muted. Sorry, I'm multitasking on my laptop, so I didn't notice it.
It's alright. I'm trying to see this Ninjago set. I think I know what he's talking about. This thing's got... Actually, let me throw it in here.
I wondered if it's like the big white tank.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's got like a... it's got a claw on the front. Just throw that in there.
Oh no, that's different. I wasn't thinking of that one.
This is the one he's listed.
Yeah,
I think those
way back.
maybe do flip.
That would be cool.
I'm back. I just wanted to avoid a hot mic.
You got your dress on yet? Is it a wardrobe change? Act 2. New wardrobe.
Was that from the first year of Ninjago?
I don't know. I don't know too much.
Yeah, if not, it was really close. That's way back.
Yeah, because I remember vaguely the different colors of the sets and the different villain factions from the first year to about Sons of Garmadon or whatever. Like I've never been a hardcore Ninjago fan. Like some of the Ninjago fans I've invited on to my Ninjago month in February, but I've seen enough people talking about Ninjago and enough people doing reviews of Ninjago sets to have just a vague understanding. And that looks like one of the ones from the first year.
Yeah, I don't know too much.
What is it? Is it set 2263?
Yep.
Let me look that up.
It's tricky. I've got another tab going where I'm looking at videos of these, but not enough are showing them in action. Actually, I don't think this thing does what we need it to.
I'm sorry, I'm back. Yeah, that does not flip. That does roll.
You know this one?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, this is not that different from the Landshark design.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 3
Yeah, I
wheels,
was right.
and
I was
the treads go, but it doesn't flip. It's cool. Although I wonder, there's such a mechanism inside there. Maybe you can make it do it. Maybe a rebuild.
Yeah, I was
Alright.
right. It was from 2011. The Turbo Shredder, 298 pieces.
Is that near when Ninjago started?
Yeah, that was the first year of Lego Ninjago. Shout out to Rob A with 17.2 thousand subscribers and 16 likes on that video.
Who's that? Oh, Rob.
And surprise, surprise, one of the recommended videos is this live stream. It's in the bottom left corner of that.
Who's Rob A? Is that a YouTuber you know?
No, that was the share screen that you just had up.
All right.
Yeah, the other thing about this is this really isn't a big vehicle that I'm working on. I don't know if there's a lot of room for complex mechanism inside this thing. Especially if this battle ram here is, what do we got? 1, 2. It's only 6 studs wide, not including the wheels on there.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. Well, I mean that attack track, it's gonna be hard to make that a single figure and get those tracks to do that motion.
Yeah, although when you look at trying to get this started here.
Wow, 1983, an oldie but a goodie.
Actually, one thing that's wild though, see this blue?
Yeah,
These are the models. You could reuse that from Point and Dread if you wanted to.
I mean the whole nose front too.
Yeah,
the
that's
same design, is different color.
yeah. It looks a lot like the flying. That's what you're talking about, right? The flying thing from the
Point Dread, yeah, the Falcon.
yeah.
Yeah, watch. I find that one picture of it. I like the angle.
Yeah,
Right
can
here,
you
dude.
scroll back?
This blue canopy right here.
Yeah, when you're done doing what you're doing, can you scroll back down to that blue canopy? Because that really, yeah, because that I wouldn't be too surprised if Lego saw an image of that and said, maybe we can make a cockpit based off of that.
That looks a lot like Ninjago, kind of, or Jima even.
Hey, I mean, they've got to get their inspiration from somewhere.
Yeah.
They probably collected He-Man 30 years ago too.
Yeah, and just like sports toy companies are a copycat.
Yeah, see, look at this here. That's the close-up. It
Right.
literally is just this little orange gear in there, and it just rolled forward, and then it flipped the whole thing.
So they're gonna have to print a part. I mean,
Maybe.
honestly, it's gonna have to be a new element. But hey, you know what Mega does best? Is they just print random ass parts so that stuff fits together.
And that kind of looks like it's got a mechanism in there that helps it to get a little bit of speed as you roll it along.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think funny the painting of him, of He-Man on it above the toy, just looks crazy.
And I like that to the right of the Masters of the Universe logo. It says in yellow writing, "It's motorized."
That's right. Well, as a kid, you weren't quite sure with a lot of toys if it would actually do something.
And the 80s was the golden generation for action figure toys.
You know. Where's this guy? Oh, there's one.
Nate, I'm gonna jump off here. It was nice chatting with everyone though, and I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, thanks for the
Oh,
ideas.
you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Also,
for coming.
Zisu, before you go, just remember if you've got any Lego that you need sorting, you know where to find me.
Definitely. I'll message you about that later. See
Yeah,
ya,
sure.
everyone in chat. Bye, Mayo. Bye, Brian.
See ya.
Hey, buddy.
Speaking of sorting, have you seen those sorting trays people use?
Yeah,
With holes
got
in them?
one.
I don't know, does that work well?
I have not used mine, honestly. I've got a box that has 4 different levels on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of the Lego sorting heads, and the middle level kind of sucks because you get a wide variety of different sized elements, but I think it's really good for sorting the small pieces away from the large pieces. Not so much with the medium sized pieces.
Yeah.
But still, I'll use them every now and then when I have just a whole container or tote full of stuff that needs to be divided between small, medium, and large. Because when you're sorting Lego, I think it's easier on yourself if you're only sorting small pieces, or you're only sorting medium pieces, or you're only sorting large pieces.
Yeah. Although that assumes, like, I still keep almost everything sorted by color. So sorting by size, I don't know if that solves a problem for me.
Yeah,
I do sort by size once it's all in the same color.
Right.
But everything, I don't know. I do group like cheese slopes. Like, that's something if it's just a bunch of multicolored things. Like, I'm never going to have a ton of purple cheese slopes or anything, I don't think. So, those I can keep grouped together.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because you're always going to have a ton of, for example, trans red. You're always going to have a ton of trans yellow, and you're always going to have a ton of trans clear, but you're not necessarily going to have a whole bunch of lavender, purple, bright pink, dark pink, and dark pink slopes. So, G slopes. So I just keep them all together. But I have a whole drawer full, separated for trans red, trans clear, and trans yellow.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it too. That makes sense.
I sort by kind of element and
shape. You got a Lego store near you there, Mayo?
Yes. So for the first 18 years of my life, I didn't have one, but then they built one in December of 2020. So it opened on December of 2020, and now I probably have about 30 different. About 20 Pickwick cups in my collection, and I think 2 packets of BAM Tower, because there's a Facebook group that I'm in that they post images of stuff that's on the wall. So I've been able to get a ton of the new style flower stems, a ton of the 1x6x5 wall panels, which is my favourite piece. A lot of the light and 2x2 jumpers, which I use for my sidewalks. Really, the only time I go to the Lego store is when I notice something good on the pab wall, because if I'm going to buy a direct-to-consumer set, I'm going to buy it online, and there is no point in buying a set from the Lego store that you can also buy at retail, because a lot of people don't realize, and I didn't know this for the longest of time until bignatebrix actually helped educate me by replying to one of my comments. Lego structures their retail contracts in a similar way that model railway companies structure their retail contracts. They intentionally price their products higher on their own website stores as an incentive to get you to buy from the retailers instead. So once I got educated about that and said, oh, that's why Lego.com is ridiculously expensive, because they're following the same business model that Hornby and Lionel and Buckman and all those model railway companies do, deliberately price their products higher on their own website to get you to buy from the retailers. And so now I don't buy any sets from the retailers now I don't buy any sets from the Lego store that I can get at the retailers.
Right.
And that store's only half an hour away from me, and about a 20-minute. It's a half an hour drive from me, and it's about 20 minutes worth of public transportation away from my university.
Yeah, I mainly just buy parts from the store.
Yeah, I mainly buy parts as well. I'm not even interested in buying poly bags really, because there's just not as many good poly bags out there as there used to be.
Yeah.
Because I remember people 6 years ago would be buying they would be buying poly bags all day long for less than $1 a piece at the retailers when they went on deep clearance.
Yeah. Is that are you in the UK?
No, I'm in South Australia.
Okay.
A lot of people always confuse me from being in the UK or the US. I think the people who confuse me for the UK is because of my accent, which I've determined that a lot of people in South Australia have an estuary accent, and a lot of people in England who live on towns near the Thames River have the same estuary accent, and there's also a bit of a Cornish accent mixed in there. So some people think I'm from the UK because of my accent, but other people think I'm from the US because I know that.
Your knowledge of the NFL.
Yeah, no. I know that on YouTube, the most amount of eyeballs are from the US. So if you want to make it on YouTube, you might want to schedule your videos, schedule your shorts, and schedule your live streams to focus on the Eastern Standard and Eastern Daylight Times.
That's right. Eastern is the best. Remember that, everybody.
So what about Australian rules football?
Yes, mad crazy. But both of my teams are tanking right now, so I'm not as interested in it as I used to be, because they're tanking. There's no point watching a team that's tanking because you're wishing them to lose on purpose to get better draft picks.
Yeah, I live in Minnesota, so we get the Minnesota
It's
Vikings.
similar. It's similar in the NFL where when there's a bona fide quarterback coming out of college, multiple teams will intentionally tank on. They'll go on a tank 4 campaign or a suck 4 campaign to go get a quarterback at the number 1 pick. Because that's why the Cincinnati Bengals went from rags to riches. 2 years before they went to the Super Bowl, they were the worst team in the league.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
And no wonder the NBA has the lottery system to help to somewhat prevent tanking. Although it mustn't be all that effective, because go ask go talk to Philadelphia 76ers fans, and they'll tell you all about what Sam Hinkie thinks about Adam Silver trying to stop tanking.
Some crazy shapes. Oh man.
And we don't need to talk about the Lakers right now.
But I feel we do.
No, we don't.
I don't know anything about them, so I can't.
And I'm
sure. Now I feel like we need to talk about them.
And I'm sure Brooklyn fans don't want to talk about the Nets either.
Hello. Nice. We're starting shapes for this attack track here. It's not a bad start.
So how long do you normally do these live streams for on a Sunday night?
Usually just go an hour. I mean, we're going a little bit past it just because we're chit-chatting, having a good time.
Yeah, we're having a good time, and looks like you've got some momentum going on that set.
Yeah, only got one person watching, probably me. So. Yeah, I mean, really, I'm just kind of figuring out. Found another spot here where I could place a couple of parts with some old Halo spots, Halo pieces.
Yeah, one thing I wish Lego would get on.
Exactly, Johnny G. Thank you for saying that. That's what the whole of Twitter have been saying for the past year now.
What you got?
I appreciate that, Johnny.
Are those just guys who happen to have brick in their name?
No, people call LeBron James Lee Brick, and people call Russell Westbrook Russell Westbrook because whenever they attempt 3-point shots, they just end up shooting bricks instead.
Bricks.
That's funny. That's what a coincidence.
At least you're not Paul George and become a meme by hitting the side of the backboard attempting 3-pointers.
So Nate, given what you know of Mega, do you think there's any chance they would release an attack track with a working track mechanism?
I've never seen a motorized Mega set.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it would have to be motorized. Even though the Land Shark is impressive, I didn't think they could get moving treads and the mouth, but they did. So I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. Shouldn't the attack track kind of be considered, or the Land Shark be considered for size of the attack track?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I don't.
Yeah, that's 6 studs wide too, same as the big body of the battle ram.
Yeah, that attack track comes out. It's gonna be a $20 or $25 set. It's not gonna be maybe $30.
That makes me wonder if they will focus on it, or if it's something they would skip over. Hard to say.
You're right, Johnny. Everyone and their uncle should be tanking for Victor Wembanyama. Arguably, and some people are saying he's arguably the best prospect since LeBron James. They were saying the same thing about Zion Williamson coming out of Duke when he blew out his Nike sneaker on the court.
Blew out the Nike sneaker.
And I hate to be one of those guys that says I'm a Duke fan because of Zion Williamson, but I'm a Duke fan because of Zion Williamson.
Damn it, Mayo.
Also because the Tobacco Road Derby is such a storied rivalry. It just wouldn't feel right not rooting for either Duke or North Carolina. And I care about college football way more than college basketball. Because even though I'm an Eagles fan, not a Dolphins fan, I'm rooting for Tua Tagovailoa.
Right.
All that purple just gets me thinking about the Quickie Mart set from 2015 with the grape flavored squishies.
Did they explode in the set, or how did that work?
No, I think they were just stickers.
Yeah, I was not into any bricks at all back then. And I kind of wish I would. I wouldn't mind having the Simpsons stuff.
I kind of regret not buying the Quickie Mart, but I could never justify the price, and I wasn't as much of a Simpsons fan back then as what I am now. And
I wasn't a Lego fan. That's the problem.
And I can live my life going without all the crazy amount of stickers that were in those sets. Or that was in that set. I think.
That's what I need to hear.
Yeah, I think I'll feel more comfortable. I think I'll feel more comfortable about passing on the 2015 Quickie Mart once I find the online instructions and try to build some of the builds for the arcade cabinets and the Buzz Cola machine, and the coffee machine, and the the soda fountain with the red and the yellow pop.
Is that all Quickie Mart related?
Yeah, those are the details from the Quickie Mart. Also try build some of the island shelves that have the holders for some of the food items, where you had the bag of chips, the dog food, and the soup for one, etc.
So was that whole set stickers? Were there no graph printed?
There were some prints in there, but that's one of the most sticker intensive sets of all time. I believe there were two large sheets of stickers in there. I know that other sets since then have come with a greater volume of stickers, because I'm pretty sure that set had about 50 or so stickers, but by comparison, I think the Monkey Kid City of Lanterns had 70 odd something stickers.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of stickers.
I'm not normally a fan of stickers either, which is why when I'm going to, on the odd occasion where I am going to buy a vintage Lego set online, I'm not all that crazy. Well, it's not a must-have that I get all the stickers. Just like how I'm not really a minifigure collector, so it's not all that important that I get the minifigures with a used set, because I specialize in vintage Lego, and so that's why, even though I'm only 21 years old, I have so much knowledge about vintage Lego. People think I'm double my age.
All right, I'm trying to finish up the last few steps of this.
Oh, I should have got that. One second here.
I think everyone's gone. Well, nearly everyone's gone to bed now.
Yeah, we lost a lot of views. Just finishing up what I was building here.
So for those who are out there, if you've got Lego that needs sorting, send me a DM, and we can talk about if you want to register for my sorting party starting at 10 p.m. on Black Friday EST.
So, hey, Mayo, is your Black Friday? When is your Thanksgiving? When's your Black Friday?
What do you mean?
You're just
What
saying
day-
our
what
Black
date's
Friday?
your Black Friday stream?
So it's Black Friday in North America, but for me it's 2 p.m. on a Saturday.
Okay. That's well.
I don't know if they have. I think it just Canada and the U.S. have Thanksgiving. I think.
No, they got Thanksgiving. Other places in the world. It's just a different thing.
Oh. All right. So here's that. The parts from that Lord of the Rings build.
Ooh, hold on. Nice.
So a nice thing is he designed it. There's just technicals on the top. So the design is to literally take this and plug it onto pins on the bigger thing. So it was easy to just make these steps.
Right.
I'd really like to make those kind of steep steps that you'll have trouble getting up. If I can.
Well, I just finished the steps on the Snake Mountain, and here they go. They are somewhat steep.
There you go.
There we go. 5 hours of a build.
So how's did you stretch out that cave part, or is that
I did.
the way?
No, I stretched out 2 studs. Like
You know what? Apparently, I was wrong. That you didn't. The other people claim that you don't have to do that, but
no, you're right. You have to do at least 1 stud.
Well, they actually claimed you didn't. I don't know. They said that I think those angle bricks, they angle up so that the cannons fit through, but I still think that looks good though. Like I don't want to squeak it by like you're driving a car through and not trying to break your mirrors off,
through.
you know.
You want to make sure there's enough clearance.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be clipping parts off your thing all the time.
Right.
Chase them out from underneath your chair or whatever. Where are we?
Exactly. So let me. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this one off. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Thank you everybody that's in the chat, or everybody that came to chat. I appreciate it. All this one night. Thank you again. Have a good Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. Catch you on the next.